Hey guys, Toby here from Had the Fitness. Alright guys, what we're going through today is we're going to be talking about protein, and I'm going to run you through a quick workout that I've done and what's going to happen with me in the next 10 weeks, 10 to 12 weeks, basically my next micro cycle, sorry. So the next 12 weeks of training, I'm going to roughly do a lean bulk, pretty much trying to eat an extra meal each day, if not some days twice, 2 extra meals a day. Real main emphasis is going to be getting extra carbs in. So I'm not really tracking my macros. I'm just eating past that point where I feel as though I'm full, and then just trying to eat a little bit beyond that, obviously because my appetite's set at a specific threshold. So eating above that, I'm knowing well and truly in a surplus, and this is going to supplement training. And my life has been really hectic lately. I've been doing early mornings, early training sessions and everything, just really grinding, getting up at 4:30 every day, going to bed at 10, 11. So one of the biggest things I've found, if you aren't sleeping correctly, you aren't getting 6 to 8 hours a night, your training will decline, but you can make up for that by eating a calorie surplus. But you won't be able to carry out the same amount of intensity, but I can carry out the same amount of volume. I just have to be strategic with my rest days. I might have 2 or 3 days off, or I just break down my body parts carry out more of a bro split and train more often, but I don't carry out so much volume in one session. So I'm not doing a full body program anymore, training 5-6 days a week again, more of a upper body, lower body program 4 days a week. And then the other 2 days will be the muscle groups that I want to put an emphasis on: my calf muscles, my deltoids. I want to build up my overhead press. I want to build up and I want to be able to do reps for a static handstand, unheld, nothing, and just working on my core strength. So trying to strengthen up my back muscles again. So I'm going to be doing rack pulls. I want to build up some big traps, work on the 3D delts, and then go through and work on the tiny little calf muscles. We're going through the straight legs. Nothing like being 6'2" and having straight legs. It's just what it is. Perks of being tall. All right, I'm going to give you a quick little physique update. Obviously the downlighting's good. Sitting about 95 kilos, put on roughly 2 kilos in the last couple of weeks. I'll try and stay below 100, but if I go over, that's okay. So one of the biggest things that I found lately, obviously, was sleeping less. I'm drinking a lot more caffeine, so I'm trying to keep it to 2 or 3 cups a day, but some days I'm having 4, and just to get through the hectic days, trying to study and do heaps of other things, and be a family man, give time here and there. It's a massive push and pull, but meditation, just spending 5 or 10 minutes in the afternoon, wherever possible, just sitting down or laying down in a quiet area and just concentrating on my breathing. Breathe out, hold for 4. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, and breathe out. And just doing that for 5 or 10 minutes, just relaxing. And then after that, having another coffee, or even having a 20-minute power nap throughout the day, man. It just makes such a difference. I find I even do this on having 8-hour sleep. So sleeping less, getting more done, and just a little bit of shift on my training cycle. So I'm learning a lot more about my body and myself doing this. So I'm really enjoying it. The biggest thing you have to understand with your physique, it's you have to go through growth phases. So you're going to lose the shreds and the gains, not the gains, but more so you're going to lose that really ripped physique when you're really lean. You can't gain substantial amount of muscle eating in a calorie deficit all the time, being below 10% body fat. That's not the ideal conditions. That being said, it can be done, but it's a lot slower process. So the best thing to do is generally a lean bulk, or just go full at it and just accept it, that you're going to build some muscle and you're going to put on a bit of fat. What else comes with that is water retention and a lot more energy. So your lifts are going to go up, you're going to build more muscle, but you're going to put on a little bit of fat. That's just the side effects of bulking. We're adaptive species made for storing fat for survival. That's our mechanism, survival. So just going from there, you just have to accept that you can eat at maintenance for certain days, or do like 6 weeks of bulking and then do a mini cut. So you'll like go up, plateau, go up, come back down, instead of just bulking hard the whole time. But it depends what you want to achieve and what goals you have set out and what you want, like whether you're trying to impress girls or whether you just want to look a certain way. But you kind of just have to detach yourself and understand life isn't about your physique. So trying to target specific strength targets, and like you want to lift a certain weight and all that kind of stuff's good. I personally want to improve my strength and build up my body weight exercises. So that's my goal. Get more flexible, just basically more functional, and then just do badass shit. One thing that I do find, just chilling on the lounge, lying down, breathing in, breathing out, and try not to think too much, or just let your thoughts run and then come back to your place of solitude for 10 minutes, set an alarm so you don't fall asleep, is a great way to just wind down and relax without like just stressing out. Because at the end of the day, you don't have to worry about the past or the future, just worry about the now. The now is the only thing that's present. So one thing I'm really trying to work on, instead of getting stressed out about the things that are going to happen in my life or the things that have happened. Like nothing matters but now, okay? So just focus on the now. All right, but right now, I'm gonna punch coffee, and then I'm gonna film this vlog for you guys. And we're gonna get it. We're gonna learn about proteins. That's what we're getting. All right, guys, I've spoken about this topic many times. So protein, so just want to talk about the key points of protein. So the biggest takeaway is stop wasting your money on BCAAs, because for the body to for muscle protein synthesis to occur with the main amino acids for muscle building, productivity and recovery, that's pretty much what they harp on about in the supplement industry. You need BCAAs and essential EAAs, so kind of like male and female, and in a sense it's not really related, but you need both of those to unlock that muscle protein synthesis. Otherwise you're suppressing muscle protein synthesis by taking the BCAAs, and you're gonna inhibit MPS, and therefore you're going to raise your muscle protein breakdown, so MPB, and muscle protein turnovers, like all weird and wonderful things that happen. So take complete protein, so shoot more so for your whey protein or your vegan proteins, whatever it is, as long as you're getting about 20 to 30 grams per serving of it, shoot for that. So per meal, depending on your body composition, your type, your goals, like all that kind of information, activity level, you want to be roughly getting between 1.4 to 2.2 grams per kilogram body weight. So if you're a 100 kilo male, roughly 160 grams to 220 grams of protein a day is suffice. Yes, it may seem like a lot of protein, but if you're a 100 kilo male, you're a big boy. There's like, obviously girls require a lot less. You're a 60 kilo girl, or even 50 kilos, like anywhere from 80 to 120 will suffice. So this is going to promote muscle production, because you're going to be in a surplus of protein. Move away from worrying about having 30 grams of protein per meal. Like, your body doesn't just specifically waste like extra protein. So if you say your body can only synthesize like 30 grams of protein, you have 35, that extra 5 grams isn't just wasted, it will get used for other things. So like it might get turned into a different form of energy and used, instead of in that muscle protein synthesis formula, might be used for energy elsewhere in the brain, the kidneys, the liver, like whatever it is. It will be transformed to something else. So don't worry about the micro, worry about the macro. So focus on your daily intake of protein, getting the veggies, getting a good amount of protons in, and yeah, like that's the good shit. It's the biggest takeaway I can give you.
Your aces, you ain't winning. Your phone book full of numbers, staring names. All them vain decisions keep you jaded. You could have found the one, but you won't change. So aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should, I'll be glad to meet me. If I were you, aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I make a real good song out of you, time and ticking slow. Yes, you're overdue, aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. think you should.
Just wanted to add, one thing, man. I've been listening to a lot of Gary Vee. If you haven't watched him, he's a very motivational entrepreneur. When I say motivation is a thing that comes and goes. Like, when you're doing something, you gotta fucking love it. You have to have passion and drive to fucking continue through the times when it gets harder, those early hours in the mornings, late hours at night, man. Like, when it comes to health and fitness, like, I like to look at my body as a temple, man. It may sound kind of superficial, but I preach what I love, man. It's more so a lifestyle for me. It's not a job or anything like that. But more so on the home frontage of getting shit done. Stop fucking worrying about what everyone else thinks about you. What matters is what you think about you. Probably the biggest takeaways I got from Gary Vee and just doing a lot of self-work is stop comparing yourself to others. It's you versus the world. Stop fucking overthinking things. Be positive, be humble, give, and just be happy and live in the motherfucking moment. Just personal growth is massive. I look at my first YouTube video, and then I look at my videos now. I'm so much more confident. I feel like a completely different person. Even though it's a 6-month period, imagine what the macro is like. Imagine what it's going to be like in a decade. I'll be a completely different person. Hopefully a lot better than I am now, a better version of my current self. I'll be a lot more aware. I'll be a lot more focused. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the future, but I'm trying to live in the moment and just enjoying it for what it is. Alright guys, I'm starting to get a little bit sidetracked here on just a little bit of motivation is temporary. People always say the work, the grind, kind of stuff, but it's more so what you're doing behind closed doors and what you're thinking about on the daily. I go to work, you do your 9 to 5 job, but I'm always thinking fitness and videos and fitness topics and trying to help influence people and break trends and just giving. That's pretty much the main emphasis of what I want to do. All right, I hope you guys have a good day. Comment, like, subscribe, do all those main things, and drop a comment below. And if you liked the constructive information about protein and what you should be focusing on, the macro, not the micro, in regards to your nutrition intake. All right, guys, catch you in the next one.